So my name is Ralph. I'm with Pinecrest Academy of Nevada and Academic of Virtual Education, and we're presenting this wonderful event in conjunction with Pacific Historic Parks. I'm going to hand it off to Jen, who is my contact over there in Hawaii.
Thank you, Ralph. I am Jen, the Education Specialist at Pacific Historic Parks. We do work in partnership with Ralph to bring all these amazing events to you, and not just local, but also our mainland and international as well too. And so we are very fortunate to have a lot of our speakers to speak about our story at Pearl Harbor as well too. And so today we have a special guest that Amy will be sharing and introducing.
Hi everybody, I'm Amy. So today we have Sterling Cale. He was a Pearl Harbor survivor, and today he's going to share his story from the morning of December 7th, 1941, and the days to follow, what he helped with, what he participated with, and what his duties were. So Uncle Sterling, if you want to start from that morning, what you were doing right before the attack. And I think that's a perfect place to start for you.
Okay, right before the attack, I was in the December 7th. I just finished breakfast. I was coming down through the water because all the pharmacists lived out in civilian housing.
Bandwidth is low.
So as I think something came up, I heard something bomb down over Arizona. I said, what's wrong? We don't train on Sunday. Probably something that a reserve or National Guard is doing. They're doing something. And suddenly a plane came zooming in and bombed also in Arizona. My God, what is that? Oh, I saw the rising sun on the fuselage. Those are Japanese planes. We're being attacked by the Japanese Army or Navy, whoever's attacking us, and then 200 planes came in. All of them had the Arizona Memorial on the fuselage. I wonder why they're attacking us on Sunday. Well, I guess they thought that all the aircraft carriers would be in Pearl Harbor, so if they attacked on Sunday, they could kill everybody in the United States Navy. Well, that's okay. We'll do whatever we can do. So I guess I better start trying to pick people up off the Arizona. Well, it caught fire, so I can't walk. I'm having to go down in the water, just like I used to fish. And I go along till I touch somebody and reach down and pick them up, put them on the Admiral's barge, and send them up to the Naval Hospital. And I walk along again. Oh, I hit somebody else. Oh, the people here have been wounded so many places. Better get them up there fast or they won't be able to save him. So I kept on going, walking along till I trying to get to more people. Oh, this person I picked up has been wounded so many places. All the skin is coming off on my hand. There's something wrong with. Okay, I kept on walking. I don't seem to be any more people to be picked up. Boy, I picked up, in all this time, I only picked up 46 people. 46 people, some of them dead already, some badly wounded, some badly burned that the skin is coming off in my hand. No wonder nothing happened that I only picked up 46 people. Well, I should see what I can do now. Maybe there's something else I can do. So I think I'll go home. I've picked up everybody I can pick up. But the master's horn says, you can't go home. You're an NCO. I need you on the front door of the receiving station. And I said, but I'm tired. It's just pick up a rifle and stand on the front door of the receiving station. Don't let anybody in that don't belong here. Okay, so I pick up a rifle and I'm standing on the front door of the receiving station, and the medical admiral come down from Camp Smith, and he said, Cale, what are you doing on the front door of the receiving station? I said, I'm guarding the door, sir. Nobody in or out that don't belong here. He said, yes, but pharmacist mates don't have weapons. They have first aid packs. Saying, I'm going to take you off of that job. I'll give you another job in about 2 days. Yes, sir. Okay. So I'm just lounging around in the receiving station, not doing anything. So Wednesday, the admiral came back. Yes, sir. He said, I got that job, Cale. All right. What job, sir? Pick up 10 men, go out to Arizona, start removing the mine. But sir, I've never been aboard a battle wagons. I don't know what's going on. He said, don't worry. You'll know what's going on after you get there. I said, yes, sir. So I pick up my 10 men, go down to the admiral's barge goes out to the Arizona, and I'm at the Arizona. So I went aboard, picked up the clock that was on the Arizona and turned it into the Navy. And I kept on going down to the other end of the bay. Okay?
Uncle,
Yes,
Uncle,
sir.
was the Arizona battleship still on fire at this time?
Oh, yes, all the ships are still on fire.
We could share a picture of that. Yes. There we go. Is that what it looked like, Uncle?
I know there's something in the middle. Yep, that's what it looked like, boy. It was looking at the Arizona on fire like that. I never expected to see the Arizona on fire at any time. But that's the way it looked on December 7th, 1941. Well, I went over to the end of the Arizona there and started to do something. Some black was blowing off of the ship. What is that? I don't know what black would be blowing off of the ship, but something black. So we went aboard. I said, what I'm going to do now? Oh yes, there were a bunch of helmet liners lying across the ship. I said, wonder that there's nobody over by the helmet liners. So I opened the hatch there on the right, and there was a man standing on the ladder who didn't have a head. Oh, that must be the man that lost all the black ashes that blew off of the ship. Well, I'll see what we have to do. So we went aboard some more. I walked back to the back of the ship and see what happened back there. Oh, there's nothing back there. Well, in the middle of the ship, you have 6 big guns, 3 pointing this way and 3 pointing that way, who will fire 20 miles out at sea if they're loaded. Each one had 4 to 6 men working on the ship. One of these people will bring the powder, one of the people part of the weapon, and one of these people find the ammo, and each one has something to do on each one of the big bags, okay? So what am I going to do with them? Well, there's nobody there. They've been burned right down to the deck and just little piles of ashes. Or they have to take a spoon and scoop them up, and each one till you get them piled, then you can put that away. Then you go to the next man and pick up the spoon and pick from there. Each one you have to put on a tin, send up to Red Hill for temporary burial. Each one will have to be buried. So if you got 6 of them, 3 guns, or 6 guns, you have to have 6 little piles of ashes. So you have to pick it up, put a sea bag, send it from the sea back up to Red Hill for temporary burial. Boy, this is really making me tired picking up people with a spoon till I get most of their bodies into a sea bag and send up to Red Hill for temporary burial. And then went on back to the aft fire control tower. The man is still up in the top of the tower. We have to bring him down till we get down to the bottom. Take his weapon, turn it in, take his binoculars and turn that in, and take his pistol if he has one, take it in. So now we're taking care of him and then take the man over and bury him with the Arizona Memorial people in Red Hill. Okay, now we're going to keep on going towards the back. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people back there that went up the ladder, and they're all fused together. What am I going to do with them? Well, I started trying to tear them apart, okay? I pick an arm and put it here.
Okay, Uncle.
Yes.
How many days did it take you while you were on the Arizona battleship to recover these bodies? How many days were you doing this?
How many days were I doing it? Actually, I spent maybe three or 4 weeks altogether trying to take off the bodies off the Arizona.
Okay.
It's really difficult. And I'm not there now trying to pick the people off the ladder so I get the top of their body and put them in a sea bag. Pick the body of the body, the legs, the arms, whatever I can get. One person, put them in a sea bag, send them up to Red Hill. Then I go to the next person, do that. I don't know how many people I took off of this ladder. Maybe 10 or 20 people off the ladder that had been fused together. It's a difficult work. Boy, all these things are making me tired. But anyway, I took off as many people as I could. And I think all at once now, this finishes up the story of December the 7th, 1941. I hope any people probably tired of listening to you, but they may have a few questions they may want to ask. So I'm ready. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing with us, Sterling. We really appreciate it greatly. I'm going to turn on Amy's video so you can see her. 1 second. We have a number of questions. Guys, if you have questions, be sure to put them in the chat feature, but I'll call on our first question comes from Alicia, and I'll unmute your microphone so we can hear you. Alicia, go ahead and ask your question of Sterling.
Okay, aloha, Uncle. I'm just wondering, you know, from the day of the bombing, how long did it take the Arizona to actually sink down into the sea?
How long did it take the Arizona? The Arizona, actually, the whole ship never did sink on just the top part of the ship, which we've been working on. The rest of the ship was still underneath the water there.
We have a question from Veronica. Veronica, I'll go ahead and unmute you, and you can ask your question of Sterling.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this. I was wondering how old you were when when the attack happened.
When the attack happened, I was 19 years old, and now I'm 98 years old.
Well, you are a young 98 years old, Sterling. So we really appreciate you taking the time to spend some of your time today with us. Do you mind if some people ask some more questions about your experience?
Ask as many as you want.
Yes, sir. And we have a question from Jaden. Jaden, I will go ahead and unmute you. 1 second, sir. All right, Jaden, you're unmuted.
Well, it's really an honor hearing your story, and thank you very much for doing this with us. And my question is, what would you like young people to take and learn about the morning of December 7th?
Only thing I can think is, don't think. Wait till it happens, and then you know what you're going to do. It was difficult for us because we didn't know what we were going to do till it actually happened.
So we have a question from Brennan. Brennan, I'll go ahead and unmute you.
So my question is, what was your scariest part of your experience in the Pearl Harbor?
Scariest.
Huh?
The scariest, Daddy.
The scariest part. You know, the funny thing about it, when you're trying to remove bodies or do anything like that, you don't have time to be scared. You only have time to do the work you're going to do. So actually, I was not scared at any time.
So we have a question from Carlos. Carlos, we have a lot of questions here for you, Sterling. You are a popular guy. So here we go. Carlos, you're unmuted. Go ahead and share with us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I was wondering, what was the first thing that came to your mind when you heard the bombing?
I said, I wonder what that is. We don't dare do any bombing on Sunday. Sunday is a day of rest. We don't have time to do anything but go to church and enjoy ourselves. But we don't think of anything else.
Okay, and Amy, you're unmuted, by the way, so feel free to jump in if you want anything to add. I know you had internet issues over there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got kicked out. But Uncle Sterling, so after those weeks that you helped out with the USS Arizona battleship, what did you continue on to do in the military?
So many things that I continue to do. And never know all the things I had to do. But actually, I had to go down into the Pacific, the Guadalcanal. I was there fixing up the people. This was the 1st Marine Division, taking care of the people there. And I kept on going back till I got back to Hawaii. When I got to Hawaii, they said, go up and start up the pharmacy in the hospital. I said, but I haven't been in the pharmacy for quite a while. He said, that's all right. You know how to make the medicine. So you go up and start the pharmacy. And so I went up and started the pharmacy in the hospital. And I was there for about 3 months, and they got in a civilian registered pharmacist. And they said, okay, Cale, what do you want to do? OBGYN? I said, no, I'm not delivering babies anymore. How about physical recon? I said, no, I haven't been swimming in the water since December the 7th. So, okay. we'll send you up to Schofield Barracks. And I went up to Schofield Barracks, reported into the medical officer of the medical company. He said, "Oh, you're an NCO." And I said, "No, I'm pharmacist, mate." He said, "That's all right. You're first sergeant." I said, "First sergeant? What's a first sergeant?" He said, "First sergeant is nothing." He said, "First sergeant, every once in a while I have something I want done. I'll tell you, you tell the troops, and that's what a first sergeant does." And I said, "Oh, that's great. No problem. By the way, where's all your master sergeants that you had in the company before?" "Oh, when we were in Korea, we got busted down to corporal." I said, "Oh, okay." So I stayed in first sergeant there for 3 months, and I finally got in the master sergeant. And they removed me off to the medical company where I was supposed to be. So I get on my trunk, my drugs, my blankets, and got everything all ready to go. And I'm all fixed. And it said, "Are you ready, Cale?" And I said, "Yes, what's wrong?" "Tomorrow I'm going to Sasebo." "Sasebo? That's in Korea." "That's all right. You're going over there in advanced party." My goodness. Well, I said, "I don't have any weapon. I don't have any clothes. I don't have nothing." So that's all right.
Uncle,
Yes.
when you were back in Hawaii, where were you located?
Where was I located when I was back in Hawaii? Where was I located?
Where were they having you do the pharmacy work at?
The pharmacy was done up at Tripler.
Tripler Hospital?
Tripler Hospital. Yeah, I started the pharmacy up at Tripler Hospital.
And Uncle, when you throughout all your years in the military, what year did you retire?
What year did I retire? Actually, I was stationed at the Tripler. I retired when I was 84 years old, and I was in the officers club at Schofield Barracks.
Nice.
For how many years?
And you volunteer with us at the Pearl Harbor National Memorial. When did you start volunteering with us there?
Actually, I was down there about 15 years. I was down there with Uncle Herb when I came down there. Uncle Herb met me and he said, "Good." He said, "We're meeting the people as they come to the ship." Okay. So we started going around and talking to the people as they were coming to Pearl Harbor. And suddenly, what happened? We kept going around and around and talking to all the people. They really liked that, to talk to two people. So when it got around, suddenly the people inside started squawking and said, "How come they're taking up all of our time? We don't have to talk to them and ship them and selling them anything." So they took them away from Uncle Herb and me and gave them to the people inside. And so actually I was about 15 years before I started coming down by myself to talk to people at Pearl Harbor.
So, Sterling, we have a number of student questions. Is that okay if they ask you a few more?
Certainly, just ask as many questions and I'll try to answer them.
You are wonderful, sir. Thank you. Christian, you are unmuted. Go ahead and ask your question, friend.
What types of medals did you receive for your service on that?
What medals did you receive
Oh,
on that?
actually, what medals? I have 3 Purple Hearts, 3 Bronze Stars, 1 Silver Star, and 1 Legion of Merit.
Jen has a question. Jen, you are unmuted. There you go.
Thank you. I have a question from Olivia, Uncle. Olivia
Okay.
wants to know how hard it was for you to cope with recovering the dead from the USS Arizona.
I don't think I ever wanted to do anything the rest of my life like December 7, 1941, picking up all the people off of a battle wagon like that. I don't ever hope to be picking people up off any more battle wagons. But they had the Battle of Midway where they went into all of our big ships were there. The Japanese sank one of our ships. We sank 4 of their ships. And most of the people that were on the 4 battle wagons were killed. So that was a difficult. I didn't have anything more to do with that, only that I was on the first battle wagon, and we didn't use, our battle wagon didn't get sunk. Only the Japanese lost their battle wagons.
We have a question from Kikoa. Kikoa, you are unmuted. And Sterling, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, number 1, for your service to our country. And number 2, thank you for sharing your story with all of us and keeping this history alive. So you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, thank you for your service, first of all. But my question is to you is, when you were in the military, what were you trained to do?
I was always trained to do medical work. I was down at San Diego, went to the hospital corps school for medical work. And so after that, I always did medical work my whole time that I was in the service.
We have Neil Neil Y. Neil, go ahead and ask your question, friend.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cale. It's an honor and a privilege, as always, to see you, sir. I work over on the Battleship Missouri, so I wanted to ask a question for you. My last name is Yamamoto, just like the Admiral, and I just wanted to ask a question. In the 70 years since World War II, have your feelings toward Japan and the Japanese changed over time? If so, how have they or have they not?
I have nothing against anybody in the United States or any other country. I'm not a person who begins to hate for any reason. There's no reason to hate. I don't hate the Japanese. Actually, the Japanese are now helping us out on everything that we need help. So there's no reason to hate the people. I talk to, as you know, the Japanese don't tell their people all the military things that they're going to do. But I was able to talk to a whole 6 girls, I think, from the Japanese universities. And I told them the story of December the 7th in 1941, the thing that the Japanese organization, the Japanese country did not tell their people. And they loved to listen to the story of December the 7th. Any more?
Sorry about that. Yes, we do have a couple more questions, sir. Gabriel, go ahead and ask your question. You are unmuted, sir.
Okay.
All right then. Firstly, thanks for the invitation. It's an honor to be able to speak with a survivor of one of the most shocking attacks during the 1940s. My question is the following. When you heard the bombs, what was the first thing that came to your mind? And what emotions did you feel when or experienced during the attack?
Well, actually, when I heard the bombs, I didn't think anything about it because we don't train on Sunday. We go to church and do the things we like to do. So I didn't pay any attention to this, but it's probably some National Guard or Reserve activity that I don't know about. But the other thing that you wanted to know, what was the rest of your question, please?
The rest of the question was, what emotions did you feel during the attack and after the attack?
I never thought about what my emotions were. Most generally, when I'm doing the job I'm supposed to do, I don't have any emotion. I just go ahead and do the things I need to do to get the job done. I've always been that way, and I probably will always be that way.
Well, before we let you go, first of all, we all want to say thank you. You spoke to, in total, we had about 150 at the height of this event. You're speaking to students all over the world of all different ages, keeping your story alive as well as your colleagues' stories alive. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts here in Nevada and in Hawaii and in Spain and Italy and France and Florida. I want to hand it over to Amy and then if you guys want to say any final words.
Yes, real quick, Uncle, can you share a little bit about your book, just in case somebody wants to look up your story and read a little more about you?
Oh, well, actually, I have the book.
You have it. Can you hold it up?
Yeah.
There it is.
Well, I went all the way from the time when I was in the circus, Higginot Wallace Brothers Circus, when we were in the big tent. We had a big fire. Most of our people went to Ringling Brothers Barn and Baby Circus.
Tell them about your book.
Huh?
Book online. You can get it online.
Yeah. So,
get it online.
I can help, Uncle. So you can purchase this book online. You can purchase it through Pacific Historic.
yeah, you can purchase a book down at the Arizona Memorial. You can also purchase the book online. We give out the little paper on there that says how to purchase it online.
The title.
Okay?
The title.
Thank you.
The title of the book.
So thank you guys. Thank you everyone for participating. But most of all, thank you, Sterling, for taking the time to spend this afternoon and depending on where you're at in the world, this evening with us. And thank you everybody for joining us today. And Sterling, is there any last bit of wisdom you want to share with us before we let you go?
No, it's been my pleasure to talk with everybody. Normally, I don't get to talk to everybody. Everybody comes down to buy a book at the memorial. I talk to them, and then they leave, and another person comes by. So that's just been my pleasure to be able to talk to everybody at this time. Thank you very much. God bless you. I
Thank
love
you. Thank you,
you
sir.
very
We
much,
love you
Uncle.
too. Please be safe, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.